not wrong if you're going to eat something because you feel comfortable with that particular food. But if that becomes an unhealthy choice or that becomes a habit, then it's something to see carefully and be concerned of, because this is the main cause for many of the illness that we could face in future or we are already facing because of 1 year of lockdown, 1 year of COVID. So in this video, I will be sharing you some tips to overcome emotional eating. Tip number 1 is to start writing down everything that you eat in a notebook on a daily basis. Writing in a notebook is very crucial. It's not just logging in an app. The mind and the body connect is much better when you do things physically and when you do things with your hands and with your fingers. So please write down how much you're eating, what you're eating, why you're eating, and this will give you your own gyan on why you're eating a particular food. If you identify the cause, then that becomes very simple to handle. Tip number 2 is to fix a spot to eat, be it your dining table or be it your own spot, your beautiful spot in the kitchen or in your balcony. But make sure you go to that spot every time you feel like eating and eat only from there, and stay away from gadgets when you're eating. Okay, so no moving and eating, no eating and talking over the phone, or no eating while watching TV or any of the gadgets. Make sure you follow this small discipline of eating completely while eating and not doing anything else at that time. Tip number 3 is to ask yourselves, are you really hungry? Is it the real hunger that is asking you to eat, or is it the mind that is making you to reach out to a particular food? You know the answer. If it's the mind, then it's not the time to eat. Maybe drink some water or talk to somebody or distract yourselves from eating when it's not real hunger. Tip number 4 is to manage the root cause. Manage your stress. There are various methods to handle stress, and de-stressing on a daily basis is very, very important during such times. Yogic practices, asana practices, pranayama practices are really helpful, because now it's not the time to do hardcore exercises. So you can do your thing, spending time with nature at your best, to your best possibility in your surroundings is also very important. Connecting with nature by itself will de-stress you. If you have a pet dog, then that's great. Or if you can spend time in music, listening to music, or if you love to sing, or if you love to dance, see what you like to do and get back to those habits and start learning something new. That will also be helpful in overcoming your stress. Talking to somebody is very, very important. Make sure that the person is a good listener and is not a judgmental person who will not judge you. So create that safe space to listen and to speak. That will also be very, very helpful to de-stress. Playing games with your family members, with kids, is also very helpful to overcome stress. If all of these doesn't work, you're feeling too much stressed, then it's time to reach out to a professional for help and for guidance. Okay. Now, tip number 5. This is the most important part. It's to eat a balanced diet. So what is a balanced diet? A diet that will include a lot of whole grains, cereals, pulses, lot of colorful vegetables and fruits, and dairy products if it suits you. And if you're a non-vegetarian, then whole eggs, small fatty fishes, chicken. Make it as healthy and as variety rich as possible. This is going to give you a wide range of nutrients, and if you miss out on a particular nutrient, then that could cause a particular type of craving. For example, if you're missing out on omega-3 or protein rich foods, then that could be a main factor for you to reach out to all the crispy fried snacks that is high in carbohydrate and high in fat. And if you're reaching out to sweet varieties post meal every time, then that is an indication that your blood sugar levels are not managed well. So it's time for you to look back into your blood sugar levels and manage your blood sugar level with a good balanced diet specific to your condition. Okay. So make sure that you're eating a balanced meal. Tip number 6 is to regulate your bowel movements. A constipated mind can constipate the body, and a constipated body can constipate the mind. So constipation is directly connected to your anxiety, irritation, a different mood or restlessness. So make sure that you pass bowels on a daily basis. If there is difficulty, then it is right, and you're also increasing your water content, and also you're increasing the micronutrients. So this will help to alleviate constipation. Of course, some movement, physical exercises and squatting will also help in easing your bowel movement. So make sure that you pass your bowel on a daily basis, and in as easy as possible, then that's going to reduce your stress levels, your mental stress levels. Also, make sure that you sleep and wake up around the same time every day, so that sets up a cycle for your bowel movements also. So it's one of the simplest way to regulate your bowel movements. So if you can create a circadian rhythm for your body, then it's going to be really helpful in keeping yourselves calm, composed, stable emotionally, and how you sleep will also determine what type of food you choose that particular day. Okay, if you're not sleeping well at night, which is a good sleep at night is between 10 or 9 or 10 p.m. to 5 or 6 a.m. If this is going to be disturbed, then you can notice that how much ever you eat the next day, you're not satisfied, and you're constantly looking out for snacks and all the fries. Okay, so this is the underlying cause. So make sure that you sleep well, so that you correct the quantity and the quality of food that you're reaching out, and you're also correcting the bowel movements. Tip number 7 is to plan your meals well ahead. Planning is very crucial and important, because if you miss out on planning, then that's when you keep complaining that I don't have time to prepare so many things or to eat so many things. Actually, all that you need is 10 to 15 minutes every week to plan out what you want to eat that week, and how many types of vegetables and fruits to be ordered or to be purchased, and make a list and make sure that it is available for you, and remove all the junk from your kitchen. Stop buying those biscuits and snacks, and instead fill your boxes with lots of nuts, seeds and whole grains, and lot of other healthy options like your fruits and vegetables. If this vegetable and fruit is always going to be available for you in abundant, then the habit of reaching out to a fried snack will be reduced, and you will naturally reach out to fruit because you are not left with any other option. So this will create a change in your life if you plan. Okay, I hope you found these tips helpful. I have given you 7 tips. Please implement these and let us know if it had helped